Hello, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Masterful Chats. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, empower, inspire, and support you as you move forward on your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And I'd like to say welcome to you if you're seeing me for the very first time, and to say thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It'll really help the channel, and I would truly appreciate it. And today's chat is about choosing and then choosing again. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I am an information synthesizer, a mystical scholar, and an intuitive. And I believe with my entire heart and whole being, we are each a beloved child of God. We are each known completely, totally, and we are all loved beyond measure. Please remember to stay till the end of the chat, because I will be offering you a spiritual tip to move through your days with more ease and grace and peace. So now let's chat about choosing and then choosing again. In the 3D matrix, we're told that time is linear. And if you miss one opportunity, more than likely you've missed it forever. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. One facet of time is that it is circular. And so if you're not ready for something to come into your life at one point, when you are in circular time, it will come back around when you are ready for it. Many of us grew up feeling very locked down, locked in, and locked up, as I like to say. That every decision had to be perfect, that we couldn't make mistakes, and that if we did, terrible things would happen. Yes, there are some things in life, there are some decisions that do go badly and change a life forever. Losing someone we love, a catastrophic accident. For example, COVID. I think COVID has changed each one of us in remarkable ways. But with those things that happen, such as a death or a catastrophic accident or a worldwide pandemic, as with COVID, we were part of a collective. As humanity ascends, we each individually are doing our part, making our decisions for our best lives, moving forward. And yet what each one of us does on the collective level, not only in these physical bodies, but our higher selves and on our soul level, we all agreed to allow COVID to happen and to occur. As harsh and as difficult as that may sound, it was part and remains part of the ascension of humanity. Never before, other than a war, has the world just stopped, literally and figuratively. This gave people time to stop and think if that's what they chose. It gave people a time out. And I don't pretend to know all the reasons behind COVID occurring, but I do know that it was part of the ascension and continues to be part of the ascension of humanity and the earth. When these things happen to us individually and on a collective level is how we choose. And once again, it comes back to the individual. It comes back to you and me. Life is never easy, and there are always going to be challenges and things that happen, not only to ourselves, but to the people we love and our communities. And it's how we respond. It is how we choose. Very important to remember that if you're not happy with a decision that you've made, if you're not happy with a choice that you have made, that more likely than not, you can always choose again. A counselor told me that women in domestic violence situations, quite often, the fear of the unknown is far greater than the fear of the known. And I think about that quite often. And I don't think it's just women and people in positions with domestic violence and problems at home. I think that's really true and has been true for the human condition for a long, long time. We know what we have. It may not be good. We may not really like it. We may not be thriving, but we know it. And as human beings, there is some degree of comfort and certainty in knowing what we're going to get and where we stand. And to venture out and to change and to go out and to give up what we do know, that is where that fear comes in. The fear of the unknown is far greater than the fear of the known. And that really thrives in the 3D matrix. In 5D, trusting, knowing that the universe has your back, knowing that even though something terrible may have happened, or we may have lost someone that we cherished and loved, but we are still here on earth, and we are loved, and we are guided, and we are supported. And whatever comes our way, trusting that we are strong enough, that we can make the appropriate decisions, that we can, quote unquote, rise up from the ashes, that we can be strong as the fully Christed beings of light that we are. We can always choose again. And it's true, sometimes the choices may not be the optimum choice to begin with, but it is a beginning. It is a foot out the door. It is a step up on a new path. And to think that we've missed out on the one and only shot in our life that could have given us what we dreamed of, don't buy into that. Make the decisions that you need to make to get to where you want to go. And by making those decisions and allowing yourself to choose again, you're setting and increasing your vibrational level. As human beings, we make choices every moment of every day. What we're going to eat, what we're going to do for the day, where we're going to go, what we're going to wear, if we're going to call somebody, no. Think about the myriad of choices that you make every day. And yet, quite often, when it comes to big choices, we get frozen. We get so afraid that if we make this decision, and we'll think of like the thousands of scenarios, what could go wrong, or, should I do this other thing, whatever. The most important thing is, after careful consideration and weighing the options, is that you do take an action. It is easy to get frozen in this world, in the 3D world, with all of the fear mongering that's going on out there. But as a fully Christed being of light in physical form, you have the power and you have free will. And you can make appropriate choices for yourself and your family. And think about the freedom that you're giving yourself when you allow yourself to say yes to a new way of being. It may simply be as simple as a haircut or a new style, to perhaps moving to a new location, to perhaps starting your own business, or deciding you're going to expand your friendships in another area or pursue a passion. That is tremendous freedom that you are giving yourself to explore, to expand, and to increase your vibrational frequency and level. We are not meant to be small. We're not meant to play it safe. And things are not meant to stay the same forever. The old saying is, the only thing that's constant is change. And if we're not changing and growing and expanding, more than likely we're contracting. So before you make a big decision, before you decide something that you really sense will be life altering, realize that you can always choose again. As a Christed being given free will. Now, great freedom does require great responsibility, but you're up to the task. You can do it. Flexibility, originality, creativity. As a Christed being, you have them all. And it's important to take risks, calculated risks, to live our best life and to expand. And realize that if you didn't make a choice or you have a regret, work toward what you do want to create. Work toward the life of your dreams. And make the appropriate choices to get there. And as always, ask for help from your guides. If you don't ask, they won't step in. They'll be all around you, but they necessarily aren't going to guide you. If you ask for help, help will come. We're never alone. Our guides are always with us. So just remember that time is circular, and one opportunity missed doesn't mean that you'll never have it again. You can always choose again. You aren't locked in, really, for the majority of decisions we make. We aren't locked in forever. That's another fallacy of the 3D matrix. So choose and choose again. I'd like to say thank you for being with me today for this Masterful chat. And now, as promised, I'd like to offer you a spiritual tip to help you move through your day with more ease and grace and peace. During the day, at least once a day, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. You are beautiful. And feel that in your body. Look into the mirror, look in your eyes, and just say, I love you and you are beautiful. Because you are. Bless yourself with love and be kind to yourself. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And thank you for being with me for this Masterful chat. And until we chat again, wherever you're at in the world, blessings.